All right, guys, what's going on? So this is video 5, week 7 post-op update. We got some videos of a lower body training session I did that is hamstring and glute focused. The exercises I used were the seated leg curl with a band. Great hamstring exercise for the garage gym setup. I really like the resistance profile on that. You'll see the video, but great movement. Went from there to the safety squat bar good morning. That's been my replacement exercise for deadlifts. Obviously still a ways away from a bar in the hand or dumbbell in the hand, so that is a great movement given my situation. I've superset those with planks. That's something I've done over the years. Just one of my many flaws technically with my squats and deadlifts is the bracing aspect. I just will lean too heavily on my erectors and just make it just a straight back lift. Not brace properly, not really lift as strongly and in as safe of a position as I could. So the plank is just a great cue for me. Just sitting in that kind of isometric position for 90 seconds, 120 seconds, and then, taking a little breather, getting right under the bar. It's a great cue where I just, walk that bar and I'm just able to lock in very efficiently. So superset good mornings with the planks. And then from there, finish off with some glute ham raises with a band. Staple in my lower body training forever. Just great movement. And one that I can easily do with this situation. So the great news is that I'm just, strength-wise, I feel like I'm pretty much there or getting really close to there. Just feeling like I did prior to all of this. Even the lifting I did, in the last couple of weeks, either I was in a sling or still just kind of babying the arm, and, arm felt like crap a lot of times. So I was never really, wasn't interested in really trying to push the weight. I was not really feeling all that strong because, again, I'm just kind of in the back of my mind, subconsciously I've got this going on. So, but this last week or so, I've really felt a lot better about kind of getting after it on those, on the lower body sessions, squats and good mornings and things. And so that's great. It's just great to feel like, hey, listen, this is almost kind of like how it used to be, months ago, at least on the lower body stuff. As far as the upper body goes, again, per Dr. Petrizo's recommendations, I'm starting to do presses with the barbell again this week. Still no pulling movements, no lat pull down, seated rows, nothing like that. All pressing movements, all done with either the kabuki bar or the EFS Swiss bar. That neutral grip, I was using those bars prior to my injury. They just felt a lot better to me these last few years than the straight bar has. So I'm glad to be using the same bar, doing the same movements I was using before all this. It's great. It's like I was telling a buddy of mine, we take so much, for granted in life. We don't even realize it half the time. But I said, all it takes is having that thing or those things taken away from you completely for a period of time to really just instill gratitude and just being able to do the most rudimentary, like everyday stuff that you don't think twice about. And so I'm slowly but surely, and I'm not even talking about lifting, I'm just talking about, life and how I open, the door to my truck and opening a doorknob and just carrying groceries. I mean, all of it it's just, again, you go about your life. It's what we all do, right? And you just take for granted that that's always going to be kind of how it is and what you're going to be able to do. And something like this happens, and all of a sudden it's a heck of a gut check. And so I'm not lifting weights with these pressing days. I am truly, kind of rehabilitating with weights. But I'm interested. Pressing right now feels a little bit alien in that, like, I look at the videos and everything looks like it used to. My same mechanics everything's the same, but doesn't feel, the same on that arm. Everything almost feels like it's a little alien there. And, again, your muscle insertion is now at a different place than it used to be. And so there's I gotta intuitively understand that it's a long time to kind of reestablish those motor patterns. And people talk about muscle memory and things. I'm hopeful that once kind of those patterns are established and I'm gradually start ramping things up, that, you know, everything will start to feel, you know, normal here pretty soon. And so, yeah, I did incline earlier this week. I'll be doing seated presses off pins later. I'll show that setup as well. I got that from John Bennett over at Hypertrophy Coach. Love that movement. I love the pins, just, you know, setting your range of motion. Sometimes I'll dead stop off the pins. Sometimes I'll kind of touch and go with it. But and again, that neutral grip, again, for my limitation right now, my limitation on the mobility side is still just supination, being able to have that wrist turn all the way as far as this one does. So it's close. I like to think it's a little closer every couple of days, but I'm not there yet. So we'll keep working at that, and yeah, onward. I check in with Dr. Patrizio once a week. Upload videos. He looks at all of those lifts and gives me feedback. I'm looking forward to what that looks like. If he's, you know, gives me any guidance as to, you know, more weight, less weight, tempo, how I'm doing those things. So it'll be interesting to see how I feel. I've never worked with a coach like this before, and so I'm kind of enjoying that process, something new. So that is it. I appreciate it, and again, I'm obviously not doing this for views, or, you know, I'm not a content creator, nothing like that. This is purely something that I wanted to do because when I had some real valleys through this process, and watching videos like this and just getting different perspectives and ideas and seeing, you know, what the things people were able to do, and it was just really helpful for me, because it's just, otherwise you're kind of flying blind. You've got a doctor, you've got a physical therapist, you've got all these kind of sources of information, but you're trying to make sense of it all. And I think just people that, you know, real folk who have gone through the exact same thing and just explaining kind of what they did and how it went was just extremely helpful for me. And again, my only intention with these is just that, you know, again, 5 years from now, if someone is going through this exact same situation and stumbles upon these and it's like, hey, you know what, that helped me out a little bit, you know, just a little bit, and that's all it's for. I'm just trying to pay it forward, same way that, you know, the videos that I watched helped me out, and so that's all there is to it. So appreciate you watching, and yeah, check out these training videos.